Should I have combed my hair? I didn't comb.
Welcome to the Over 30 Clan Motorsport 7 Winter Series Race Number 8. The shenanigans in the background, we prepare for the race of a lifetime.
20 laps.
If you're racing,
We're bringing you to the Swiss Alps in Bernese Festival map. This track has a couple really tight turns, but mostly open and wide turns, allowing a lot of really fast racing, and currently running an A-class.
We're not supposed to hit on ready or anything yet, right?
no, don't do nothing yet.
Nope, okay.
I'm setting the pole.
I really wanted to do that little three-wheeled BMW, but
No, you don't.
I four wheels for 20 laps.
It is a piece of shit car.
I know. It
No, don't listen to him. That fucking car's great.
was kind of a toss-up between that
Just
and
a little
the
pre-game
AMC
shenanigans
Pulsar.
while we wait for the rest of the drivers to hit their post.
Yeah, but it's fast and
It is fast. You just keep all the wheels on the ground.
So Del Rey's not in here?
Yes.
Nope. Okay.
He put a thing in the Forza thing that he wasn't going to be on tonight.
He said don't wait up. He may
You
not
said it was
make
cutting
it.
it close.
No.
No race, yeah.
And
this crap. That little Parth
me.
is at 9.3.
Okay. So let's run through the poll here. So it's reverse order for you new people. So lowest points is in the front, and point leaders are in the back. So we got, and I just went alphabetical since Sneaky and Search are new. So Sneaky and Search. Then we got Lad, Punk who's not here, Fed who's now Dog Cow, Red's not here, Nitty, Toucan, Nita, Noble, Ricky, Cold, Euphor, Pono, since Del Rey's not here, Vin, me, Kev, Fat, and then Oprah's just spectating.
Hey, just so you know, Fed is no longer Fed because it sounds like Fat. His name is Move.
I said Dog Cow.
His name
Yeah,
what?
Move
Fed
Black.
now dog cow.
You know,
So-
that's who
I tried changing it to move, but it was already taken.
We'll get back to the drivers in a
It was
second.
actually, yeah.
Okay.
And I didn't
Okay.
have like a name with a bunch of A's and X's and you know.
Yeah, like
Sneaky
AX.
Search and Lad, ready up,
Yeah.
please.
It's sneaky.
Okay.
I said Sneaky Search and Lad.
Oh, okay. I didn't
I
hear
didn't
that.
think- I
Hey,
didn't hear
hey, you
that
know
either.
everybody been drinking.
It says not ready. Why is it not ready?
Not
Sneaky has to
that's
ready up
good.
still.
That's what you click. You click that if you don't.
Oh,
It's just.
We still got to go to race, and then Black's gonna have to change the order real quick. So, we got a second.
Sounds like somebody killing my wife.
What?
What?
No, she's in there watching Duke Carolina game for the ACC tournament.
Sneaky wasn't ready on mine.
Barely March.
Yeah.
Well, she should still be able to ready up here, I think.
It's
Yeah,
the
she's ready
ACC
now.
tournament.
I'm just waiting for all the stuff to. Oh, now you're unready.
Am I ready or not ready?
You're killing me, Smalls.
You're not ready. Ready up.
She's not showing ready.
How
Oh,
about
there
now?
you go.
Don't
There
touch
you go.
anything.
Don't do anything.
Yeah, don't
Okay.
touch nothing.
You're good.
Okay, so Sneaky Search and a refresher for Lad, who hasn't
Put
been
the
here.
controller down.
There's a pace lap, okay? This first lap, you
Yeah.
just keep a pace of 60, 70-ish miles an hour. You know, if it's a long, easy straight, you can speed up a little, but try to keep it as consistent as you can. And then as soon as you cross the start-finish line, everyone, as soon as you start the start-finish line, you can take off. If you bump into somebody that results in a spin out or a loss of position because of that bump, you're supposed to have the honor system of a stop and go.
Mary.
Mary. And then, you know, basically just call out your passing best you can. And that's really it for the rules.
We're just setting up
Never
uh,
the
pass
post
Mary
positions
on the
and
inside.
going over the rule set for the drivers.
Yeah, my bad.
Today we're going to be racing the Bernese
Okay, so
Alps,
first lap is the
which
pace
is
lap.
Cut you.
in Switzerland.
And on the first lap,
very open,
hang on, guys. On the first
weavy
lap, get a dirty
racetrack
lap
with only a few really
so
tight
that,
turns, so
your
this should be really exciting,
your best
fast
time-
ride. We're currently driving
your
A
cleanest
series vehicles.
lap will be your best time. So if everybody's
And this
going
is
slow,
race
and you
number
have a
8
clean
of
lap,
the Winter
it's gonna
Classic
show
over 30
2.5
Clan
minute, 3 minute
Forza 7
best lap
series.
for you.
So
So
we'll just
get a
listen
dirty
back
lap
in on the
the first
drivers while
lap.
we
So just run off
prepare
the marker,
our post
cut a
positions and get ready
corner,
to start.
or something like that.
Yep.
All right, everybody ready?
Yep.
Ready.
Yep.
All right, have fun. Good luck. Fingers crossed that this loads.
Let's wreck this thing.
You got this.
Cool, cool.
You got it.
All right, it looks good. We're gonna click start. I assume
Hopefully
you're
no one
good,
will be
Opre.
bugged.
Oh, yeah.
All right, thank you.
Oh, yeah.
Kool-Aid man. And obviously keep your position best you can.
Yep.
Everybody laid in.
And I'm your spectator, Opre, taking you through the race today. Should be a pretty exciting one. A lot of people showed up this evening.
Oh.
Sorry. I was going to hit search and destroy, so I was slow down a bit.
You're gonna hit me? Sorry, I had to change my view just for this.
Oh, no problem.
Try to get right back up. Search with
All the way up in the front.
Alright.
Remember,
on the right side of.
Yeah, this left column's going a lot faster than the right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, this part is by far the hardest part of the race. Really hard.
Going slow and not hitting people.
Ben?
Let's get the camera going here.
Cruise control.
With the reverse hood.
So remember to run over the edges to get a dirty lap. So at some point.
Somebody's behind me. Why is Vin? Come on, Vin.
I don't know what happened to Vin. I just went
He's
past
back
him.
here. He's coming. There he goes.
This is
He's back in.
Get on the
back
right
in
side
spot.
of
This
the.
guy. This guy.
this is like
If you need
clown
to speed up to
driving.
get to her, that's totally cool.
What
Whoa!
does caution ahead mean?
It means somebody sucks in front of you.
Yeah, they're going too damn slow.
Someone's driving crazy.
Well, it really means that somebody's either like their tires are spinning or they hit a wall or something's actually happening. But on this lap, it just means something funky's happening. Like,
Yep.
if you see that in a race,
Orange
somebody
cones.
might have spun out in front of you, so just be careful.
Okay.
But it also could be wheels.
I can't even.
Oh, shit.
Hey, if y'all make it through this, you're good to go.
Only 19 more laps to go after this one, right?
Yeah, it's easy.
Oh, Jesus. we're already
Oh, shit.
Watch out! Hey, Cole.
Oh, shit.
Slow down, pace car. Slow down.
All right, so we're just setting the pace right now, and Sneaky Pie is taking off, thinking he's already starting the race. So we're slowing it down a little bit while we go around the first lap, just to set the pace for everyone.
Alright, we're good, we're good.
Right side of,
Alright.
right side of the
I think we're good.
This is a 20-lap race.
Keep it around 60.
It is good training, though, to avoid
Just-
hitting.
Patient.
Yeah.
The very first
leading this right
turn on
column,
this
man. You need to catch up to that.
is the après-ski
First place
turn, and
car.
it's a very sharp
There you go.
reverse canter left turn coming right out of the docket.
There we go. Alright,
That's probably going to show the most chance of a spin out or a collision, I'm sure.
Search. Keep up. You need to make sure that the purple.
Oh, shit.
See, I didn't know who we based on. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just mad.
We have a few new people starting today, so
Stay on right side.
please bear with us while we go around the pace lap
This
here.
makes for the best comedic relief.
It really does.
Everyone tunes in just to watch the pace lap.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. I did not mean.
All right, looks like we're back on. So we have
9,000 subscribers.
Sneaky Pie, followed by, in the first position, followed by
Friday for 5 minutes.
Laddie.
Alright, so wait until you cross the line.
Search Industries in third.
Oh, the.
Teen Idiot in fourth.
You're topped out 60.
Alright, so after this corner, try and stay in position and
Oh, those red lines right there, right?
No, it's up ahead. Where that.
If you look on the map, it's or the yeah.
So now I can
Start
take off.
over. Yeah, go.
As soon as
Just
you get past that.
once you- once your timer restarts, just take off. Something like that, guys. Something like that.
Jesus.
And we're off.
What is happening?
My car.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
Holy crap.
I'll be back here.
What the hell?
Sneaky Pie has fallen into second, and Ilati has gotten way up in front there. Followed by Pono. Pono is putting some work in on his opponent, and we got a spin out.
I feel like Lightning McQueen here, trying to get through the...
Hell?
Oh, a lot of bumping, a lot of grinding. This is going to be an exciting race. That first lap, first major turn is over. They're past the bridge. They're going to the drop-off, and they're approaching the left turn black run.
Yeah, I did.
Let's go see our leader, D. Ricky.
Hopefully crash into
D. Ricky's out in front with a decent lead. Going into the chasm. It's a tight right turn, followed by the tunnel.
Oh, seriously. Well, howdy. How are you?
We get GCav on hot pursuit of D. Ricky as they approach the lake turn here. It's a nice open left turn. The driver should be taking it a little bit higher and actually coming in closer to the left side as they approach the turn so they can keep their speed as they round that. We're coming around the Stadplatz. Very gentle turn and going to the slalom. Let's take a look at the third.
God, did I get fucking lucky?
Let's take a look at Fat Attacks in third position. And he's keeping a very close eye on the two in the front there.
it'll tell you.
He's running a 1963 Volkswagen Beetle with a beautiful lime-colored green exterior.
It'll be a little like, you're going the wrong way. Turn around.
Pono in fourth. So we got a nice little pack up front. Everyone keeping a decent pace, but they can definitely see the prize at the end of their visor.
My controller still vibrates.
Black Death, the leader of the Over 30 clan, in fifth. He's fallen a little bit behind, and the rest of the pack seems to spread out.
What happened?
This is that tricky first turn right out of the docket. It does require you to slow down quite a bit because the turn is a full 180 degrees. So you do have to make sure you don't have too much speed going into that one, or you will slam into the wall pretty easily.
It's saying server connectivity is blocked. So it's why.
Vendetta is keeping a close eye on Black.
Who's talking again?
And they're coming into the, it's coming down the drop off, going into the black run.
I think they fall inside and then slam me into the corner, man.
I'm backwards.
Let's take a look at Toucan Sam. He's currently in seventh place. Keeping an eye on Daddy up front. He's driving the 1965 Mini Cooper S. Nice black finish.
Your tires may be hot.
He's rocking a custom tune.
Yeah.
A little bit.
If you're red, yeah, it's gonna be harder.
And I think that 8.6 acceleration is really helping in the long run, especially after that really tight first turn. Let's take a look at Cold. Cold's running a beautiful cherry red 1965 Mini Cooper S.
But you were on the inside and you were on the outside.
Hey,
Oh, dear God.
it's our road. Share it.
It's coming out of the festival turn, going into the Stadplatz, about the approach to slalom. Let's take a look at the front runner before we get back to the rest of the field.
I'm on another
Dicky has a commanding lead up in front. Oh, actually, no.
in another state.
We have Fat Attack's close second.
Usually I'm about 3 or 4 laps behind everyone else.
Is he gonna be able to take him here on the tight pre-ski turn?
I had that spot.
Again, he
now,
should be
so-
approaching this from the right and then cutting in hard so you can continue to accelerate around the turn. As you can see, D. Ricky's already pulling ahead of Fat as he exits the turn because of that approach that he had on the far right. So he's able to keep a lot more speed and momentum as he pulls through. But maybe his acceleration in his car is going to hurt him here because he's slowing down just a little bit, and Fat is definitely making some progress on him. Let's go take a look at the rest of the drivers before we
Pretty much.
continue with the front runners.
Welcome.
We've already seen Cold 1965 red Mini Cooper. Need a break in 9th place, running a 1963 Volkswagen Beetle with a beautiful spot job.
Yeah, that one grabs you.
Until she put some real time to that one. She's actually stealing a tune by GKev, which is definitely 100% recommended if you are not familiar with tuning in the Over 30 clan. Stealing, I guess, is a really tough word since it is just borrowing, but
So you're not last.
there we go. Moving on to Noble. Noble's rocking a 1968 Aberrath.
I'm just back here making a mess behind everybody.
And he's running a custom tune. He has sights on the needed brake as they approach the chasm going into the tunnel. The tunnel's a great straightaway. So this is really favors the cars with higher acceleration. So with the Noble rocking 9.3 acceleration, he's able to make a little bit of. Oh, is he going to pass? Need a brake? He passed the need a brake on the inside, on the lake turn or going into the festival.
Oh, I didn't hit it. Look at that.
Fucking cones.
Need a brake now in 9th place. Toucan Sam in 10th. And is he going to be able to pass both Anita Brake and Noble on the right-hand side? They're just coming out of the stud plats going into the slalom here. And Toucan Sam is running a 1965 Mini Cooper S with a custom tune.
It's the 4th, 5th lap and we're passing someone. That's not good, Ricky.
You guys.
Oh, sorry, Ricky. Oh, sorry.
Oh shit, that's alright.
Stop and go. I'm done.
Oh, is Toucan Sam going to be able to make some...
Alright, let's
Is he gonna be able to, he's looking for a way to attack here. Is this the turn to do it? So they're coming into that really tight turn, as I mentioned, right after the dock at the pre-ski hill in the left-hand turn. So let's see who favors the right-hand side before they go into the tight turn here and see if they can actually make some progress. Is he able to take them on the inside? I think he's actually going to try to go for it now.
Do what?
Oh, just can't quite hold it. Can't quite get the speed he needs to actually be able to take that attack on the inner side. So he's just going to take his time. He's going to keep his close distance and see what everyone else is doing. So let's take a look at Laddie. Laddie's running a 1963 Volkswagen Beetle with a tune by Fat. Currently in 11th place.
Oh my God! You guys
She's just approaching the drop-off going into the black run.
Sharks, I had been lapped
On your
every
right,
single
Sneaky.
game. So
And we seem to be having some technical
kind
difficulties.
of comforting after a while.
Loading, please wait. There we are. We're back.
Hello, friend.
She's just taking the Shazam turn here. Making some. Oh, she can be able to do some work here. Oh, she's going a little too fast. She can hit the wall. Just to barely avoids
Oh shit.
a front collision there, weaving to the right the very last second. So they're coming around the tunnel. They just exit the tunnel, coming around the lake, going around the festival turn.
Yes.
Alright.
And you can tell that she's looking to make up some position. I don't think she'll be in 11th place for much longer.
You're not.
Let's take a look at the move now. So we got the move cam. He's running a army green Volkswagen Beetle 1963. He's running a custom tune, 8.9 acceleration. Currently in 12th place.
You've been handling differently from when I was practicing.
So yeah.
And Nitty has fallen way back with his 1963 Volkswagen Beetle.
So if you played with us,
Running a beautiful blue and red stripe up a white body.
kind of outlined.
But he sees Moof. Moof is coming up here. Is he going to be able to pass Moof here on the outside of
Unpublicized.
turn number 8?
Where you at, Sammy?
I'm 8th place. I'm way back.
Sorry.
Oh, I got one.
I just figured since your car was already bashed in on that
We
side.
got Sneaky Pie. He has been lapped, unfortunately. Currently in 14th place?
There's been
14th place.
an event of
Running 1963 Hot Wheels. Tuned by Jamnesia.
That turn was way too fast.
Oh.
Definitely lacking the acceleration.
Nice pass, T.
I was going in front of you.
Industry in
Sure.
Hey, Black.
a 1965 Mini Cooper S. Tuned by Fat. I see definitely a lot of tunes being leveraged by Fat Attack. He is currently the point leader in the Over 30 Clan series.
My internet, I had a hiccup in my internet. It booted me out.
He's far back in 15th place. We'll catch up with him in a second. So we're currently on lap number
Are you able to
lap number 6 of 20.
watch, I guess, on o30c stream?
Yeah, I could do that.
Oh gosh.
Well, you can get drunk now, yeah.
D. Ricky is out in front with a decent... Actually, no, not a decent lead. There actually is a pack right now, so Fat Attack is close behind D. Ricky. I wonder if he's actually going to make a move here. So they're going through the slalom. They're about to come up to the carousel turn. This is a wide banking left turn that's pretty long. It's a full 180 degrees, so they do have to slow right down here in order to make sure that they don't go up the wall. Is Fat going to try to go on the inside, or no, he's not. D. Ricky with that acceleration is just bellowing out of the last part of the turn there and continuing over the start line going into that really tight first turn, the après-ski turn. Again, this is the tightest turn on the track. It requires the most amount of deceleration to get through, that's smashing into one another. And I'm sure we're going to see a lot of fun on this turn as people start to bunch up. In third place we have GKev who can see the leaders in the front there, but they do have a commanding lead going into lap 7 of 20. He just exited that really tough first turn. He's going over the bridge into the drop-off currently, and then left turn on the black run. Let's take another look at our leaders here. See if Fat Attack's going to make a push on D. Ricky here on the inside. This is the black run going into the chasm. The chasm turn is a fairly wide right turn. It allows for a lot of attack.
Like no wall.
And D. Ricky there taking the far left and then accelerating through the turn. I think that's a really good strategy because he's able to get a lot of ground there by accelerating the last portion of the turn, where Fat taking the tighter angle is unable to keep that acceleration up near the end of the turn. But Fat seems to be attacking D. Ricky and going in on the inside of the lake turn, currently going into the festival turn. This is a very light left turn. Then they're going over the straightaway, the Stadtplatz, and into the slalom. This is a good opportunity if Fat has the acceleration necessary to catch up to D. Ricky, but it appears that D. Ricky has a higher acceleration than Fat. Let's take another look at D. Ricky. See what he's running for a car. So he's running 8.6 acceleration, which is actually quite shocking since he seems to be a lot quicker and more nimble after turns than Fat. Let's take a look at Fat as attacking here. So he's definitely keeping his distance. He's close. He's just biding his time as we complete lap number 7. So D. Ricky again taking that wide right attack on this turn, allowing him to continue to accelerate near the end of the turn and get some additional distance away from Fat. So you can see every time he goes through one of these tight turns, he's able to increase the distance between him and Fat quite considerably, which is giving him the benefit, obviously. GCav in 3rd place. Pretty far away, but we have a bit of a bunch up. Do we see an attack for Vindadu going to be able to pass GCav? So Vindadu is pretty close to GCav as they go through the drop-off, about to go to the black run, which is a very wide left turn. But it doesn't feel like he's going to be able to catch him here to be able to attack and try to take him and take his position. Oh, he is making up some speed here. GCav is spinning his tires. This is going to give Vindadu an opportunity to get in front of him. Unfortunately not enough momentum. And they're just going into the tunnel now. Exiting the tunnel, taking a light left turn into the lake. Shindustry is getting passed again, unfortunately, being a bit of a roadblock for these gentlemen as they try to battle it out here on the 8th lap.
No. Woo, boy, that's lucky. I'm starting to get sloppy. It's only 8 laps in.
Oh, and Fat Attack spun out. Oh, he is in 2nd place here. Now he's in 4th. He gets passed by GCav and Vindadu. Oh, what a terrible... What a terrible, terrible outcome. So now... DH Ricky has a commanding lead going into turn number 8 of this 20 turn... Or, not turn 8, lap 8 of this 20 lap race. He's a pretty commanding lead now because of Fat's mistake there. Let's listen to the car cam here.
It's a brand new controller. It's
The
pissing
things
me off.
I didn't need to know.
There's a 154.
As you can hear, Fat's pit crew let him down with the controller.
They really did. It was so weird.
I need more slider on the left side.
Right side, right side. I need to gas.
GCav is our new 2nd place leader going into turn number 2. He's about to hit the drop off here in the black run.
You know,
let's see if there's an attack opportunity for 3rd place. So Vindadu currently in 3rd, keeping a close eye on GCav, unable to attack. So we have a bunch up between 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th, and 6th, and then it kind of just opens up past that. We'll come back to the driver cams in a second. Let's take a look at Fat. How's Fat doing?
Yeah, well, it's brand new. That was my problem.
Oh,
It's like a
Fat's keeping a close eye on Vindadu and GCav as they go through the tunnel here. Exiting the tunnel, that wide left turn at Lake.
Son, I bought Scuffy Leak. And the B button.
Oh, was he able to attack at all here?
I actually had to take it apart, and I took a little file, like a little
How's
tip
Pono
on
doing?
the side of it.
Pono's 1965 Mini Cooper. The beautiful anime top.
I end up like just filing it down and putting it back together.
Keeping an eye, keeping his distance. Driving safe.
I'm like, I don't want to send it back.
Oh, we got a pass here. Black is trying to pass Pono right now.
I mean, my thing was.
If you're going to pass, this is the time to do it. This is the slalom portion of the racetrack. It's actually quite straight, except for a couple slight weaves left to right, as you expect with the name slalom.
I'm just glad this worked, because I didn't know what to do.
And he passed him, and he's currently in 5th place. Good job, Black.
Yeah. I'm from Texas. I know what's going on.
Oh, Cole definitely seen worse for wear in his bumper. I guess he got rear-ended there a few times. But, he continues down. He's about to complete his 10th lap and enter lap 11. Or enter lap 10, sorry. Here's that first. Are we going to see an attack here on position 7?
There it goes.
Just drove right through a ghost.
Toucan Sam eyeing that, but doesn't have the hasn't made up the distance to be able to take him on that tight left turn.
Tires in the middle of the street.
So I got first place D Ricky while he passes the last place driver. Just wondering if maybe he'll have an accidental spin out or because of the obstruction on the road. We got a bunch up with place 5, 6, and 7 here. Oh, they're just about to go into the tunnel. Pono close behind Black.
I don't know where to pass on this stupid track. No idea.
Slalom.
Coming up on you.
Oh, place number 7, we have the Out Cold.
Take him out! Oh, I hit Sneaky. Sorry. No.
Oh, it's on now.
Oh, seems we have some collisions up in.
Trying to go to the left of you, and then you went to the left, and I was like, I can't stop. I'm in midair.
Fat Attack eyeing up Vindadu. See if he can make a move here. Currently in 4th place, so that wipeout really cost him. He was 2nd place and really close to the first place leader there.
Not as much. I know that's weird,
but that spin out really hurt him.
Only when you're
and he's been unable to make up the difference in the last 4 laps.
Turning straight.
See if Black's making a move on Fat here. So Black is, keeping his distance. As we go into the 2nd turn, everyone's kind of fanning out a little bit. Ooh, Black.
As long as you know what I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah.
It's more funner for sure. Much more funner.
All the bitterer.
Oh, GCAV spin. Finn, catch up! I can't pass both of you.
Keep looking down.
Oh, so we got a nice little fight here for 2nd and 3rd and 4th position. As Vindadu makes a move on GCAV. I think Fat is about to attack Vindadu. Oh, here we go. Passing him on the inside of the lake turn, going into Festival. Loses momentum and Vindadu is able to capitalize. Oh, but he's keeping the inside track. Is he able to actually take the advantage here as he goes past Festival?
Wait, is that true or?
And he passes Vindadu just past Festival going into the Stadplatz and into the slaloms.
No. It's the first wall I've taken. Damn it.
Hey, Sneaky Pie, is this your first race with us?
Yeah.
Welcome. You're doing great.
Thank you.
And search, I believe, or was search here for last week?
I'm right here.
I mean, were you?
No, I wasn't.
Okay.
Ooh, sorry, Steve,
there we go.
Sorry about that.
Tinity just dying his time in Chasm.
Wow, you guys are like the third. What lap are you guys on?
Crap it.
Let's check in with Tinity, see how he's doing.
Yeah, I'm on 8.
Hey, Nitty, how's it going?
Well, I finished.
I'm driving a fucking beetle.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Are you not happy with the car selection, Nitty?
I'm not happy that I'm not running into people. How about that?
Well, it was pretty exciting right at the beginning.
Yeah. I avoided people and then I spun myself out at the beginning. Or hit that wall.
Yeah, this is.
Let's take a look at GCAV in second place here.
Yeah, you made really.
Yeah, D-Rookie still has an absolute commanding lead out in front.
I saw that little.
It's currently being the real struggle here is for the second, third, and fourth place as they bunch up going into the late turn, approaching the festival turn here.
Shitty lap.
Yeah, GCAV just barely keeping that second place lead. They are making some progress on turn one. I wonder if he's running into any problems. Is D-Rookie spinning tires or? No, he seems to be doing just quite fine.
It's okay.
He's approaching the slalom.
Try and pass around that corner.
We do have a bunch up back here in the need a break in the 11th,
It's probably not
12th,
safe
and
on the
13th
straightaways
place.
either with me.
Needs to be battling with Sneaky Pie, trying to take it on the inside. Unable to capitalize on Anita as they go through the tunnel here. Let's take a look at
everyone's afraid of
Noble.
me.
Seems to be making some progress as well. Passing Sneaky Pie and making some moves on Anita Break. And Sneaky Pie seems to be coming up from 12th place. Or no, that's Dog. Dog has moved to 12th place.
And laughing maniacally.
By the way.
Yeah.
Being approached by Team 80 here.
I gotta get my last where I can.
Oh, sorry, Vin.
What's Black saying?
I
Fuck
didn't know
for?
where GCAV was gonna break. So I
Currently in
slowed down.
5th place. Black is taking on the second turn. This is lap number 13 of 20. So far, been a pretty quiet race.
Everybody in front.
He's approaching the drop off here,
What?
going into the left turn Black run, followed by the chasm. Let's take a look at post position second, third, and fourth. So GCAV in second, Fat Attacks in third, Vindadio in fourth. Let's take a look at Fat and see how he's making a move on GCAV. Now we're going to start seeing the drivers being a lot more aggressive as there's only 7 laps left.
That was close to that wall.
How's Vindadio doing?
Better to get
He's
close than to
keeping
actually
his
hit
distance between Fat
May have
and
lost the
GCAV.
mirror.
Who needs mirrors?
It's really who's going to make the first mistake.
Overrated.
And Black is coming up,
My stepbrother
threatening
does dirt track
fourth and third as well. So you can be able to make some time,
We're out
or
there.
some distance up over the next 7 laps.
Got ourselves a ringer here.
Oh, we got a little battle for 6th and 7th as Pono passes Toucan Sam. Oh, and Toucan Sam gets taken out by Out Cold. Oh, what a dirty pit move. Totally by accident, but just an unfortunate set of events for Toucan Sam, as he was having a really good fight with Pono. And the Out Cold takes, after taking his opponent out, passes him gracefully on the outer right side of the slaloms.
You were worried about me wanting to do Demolition Derby.
I'm having my own. Yep, my own.
Let's take a look at D. Ricky in the first place post
what happened to
position.
the Toucan?
Going out of the second turn here, again a commanding lead. 6 laps left as he approaches the drop off going into the Black run. GCAV is pretty far behind. He seems to have a little bit of space between him and the rest of the field.
No, it's okay.
While Fat actually is still continuing to
We
threaten
were just having a
GCAV.
little race there, and all of a sudden I looked down, and now
And
Cole
who's
was
that
behind
in
me by
4th place?
1,000.
That's 4th place is Vindadu,
Fuck.
followed by Black in 5th.
Oh, sorry.
Inside.
Is Black going to be able to make a move?
Close right here. It's just too hard.
I'm trying.
Good move. Good move.
Catch us here.
With only 6 laps left, he's going to have to make up some serious ground in order to threaten second, third, and 4th place.
6 laps left.
There
I
we
got
go.
like
We got a
12.
professional announcer going.
Yeah, I got 10.
T. Ricky with a commanding lead out in front as he finishes the Stadplatz and goes into the slalom.
Mute everybody but Oprah.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at Anita Break. Apply some forward pressure on her.
Hold it steady.
as she approaches Noble on the side. Coming into the wide right turn chasm going to the tunnel.
I was trying to give you a little boost.
Whoa, there goes G-Kev. What the crap?
Sorry.
He just came out of nowhere. Like, he hit the wall and then flew back in.
G-Kev in front.
I'm getting my games confused because every time I see that helicopter, I just want to pull over and shoot it.
We got Vendatti in third place here. Oh, did he just pass? Oh, he's taking second place. They're battling it here on the first turn of lap number 15. Oh, this is going to be a battle. The second turn does not have that much room for a pass here. Are they able to?
Yeah, I saw.
In fact,
Off the track, back on, and then went back off the same way. I was like, oh shit.
Vendatti takes second place. Fat making an aggressive move here as well.
Yeah, it's a dangerous game. Racing.
Yeah.
Currently in third place, threatening second with G-Kev. Oh, this is an exciting pass on the black run turn going into the chasm. This is after the drop-off. This is a very, very light left turn, followed by a tighter right turn, but still plenty of opportunity for speed if you take the turn correctly. Is Vendatti making up any... Oh, Vendatti's falling back. So Fatty's taking a little bit more of a lead, so he's definitely making more aggressive plays here as he aggressively brakes on the inside of turn 6 at Lake. And he appears to be making up some ground on our front runner, D. Ricky. We'll have to keep an eye on Fat Attack to see if he's able to capitalize on that. Let's take a look over at Black. Currently in 5th place, threatening G-Kev in 4th and Vindu in 3rd. Is he going to be able to make some... So we have a really exciting 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, 5th place finish.
I knew I wasn't going to do very well because I've only done like, what?
On here on lap number 15, 5 laps left, not much time. Definitely being more aggressive. Coming into lap number 16.
On your right.
Oh,
Well, everyone's being very careful here as they approach the
I'll
docket.
try not to wander too much.
Now remember, this is the tightest of the turns, the first turn after the flag. The pre-ski is a very tight left turn. You need to take this from the right-hand side or you're going to spin out your tires like Fat did. Vendatti is now capitalizing on that as he took the turn much further to the right to begin with and is able to continue his acceleration, but Fat ends up pulling ahead anyway. Black threatening G-Kev, can't make a move. Hits the wall, slams into the other wall, and loses position.
Man,
so,
insane.
you know, it's a risk, but you got to be more aggressive in these final laps, and it unfortunately has hurt Black this time. As he falls back, and is currently still in 5th position, but definitely fallen back from being a contender for 4th at this moment. Oh, is G-Kev going to be able to make a move here on Vendatti and Fat Attacks?
Oh, that same freaking. Oh.
They're approaching the chasm turn. This is again a very semi-tight right turn going into the tunnel. It's more of a straightaway. This favors the cars with higher acceleration. You can see Fat Attack is able to get some additional speed. He's aggressively braking, going into that lake turn, trying to keep his lead over Vendatti, who had to put on his brakes in order to avoid a collision. So I think we're going to see Vendatti make a move here shortly, as he seems to get really close to Fat Attacks.
Hey, quit throwing tires. Vin's throwing tires up there.
There's also another battle going on for 10th and 11th position.
Pretty much.
Noble taking a small lead over Anita Brake here. Does Anita be able to make a move here? Oh, Anita Brake being very aggressive against Noble. Going into chasm turn. Here's a straightaway. Is her acceleration to be able to make up some distance on Noble?
Hell no. Go sliding.
Oh, and Noble almost completely bails, and Anita Brake is able to take 10th place. Oh, and Noble instantly takes it back.
Alright.
What a battle we got going here in the back.
Oh, well.
A battle for 10.
God damn it.
Oh, whoa. Oh, shit.
I'm gonna have to
For her first race in the Over 30 clan, is it Shindustry?
Search and destroy.
Search and destroy. Search and destroy is doing
Yeah,
quite
he's really
well.
starting to see.
Yeah, definitely coloring in between the lines here. She does not have the most spinouts of all Over 30 clan members in this race yet.
Actually, I gotta turn the other volume up. Yeah, now I can hear whatever you're saying.
Guys, I'm going outside. Just pass me. I can't. I got no fucking shot here.
Noble and Black still dancing
Take care of your kids.
for 10th and 11th place. Let's go back to our leaders here and see where everyone's at.
Oh man, fucking lap
Yeah,
17.
D. Ricky in first place with a fairly commanding lead
close.
with only 3 laps
That's
left.
alright, man. We know you were up there.
The battle, I think, is really going to be for the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th position, as Fat has fallen a fair amount behind. He's going to have to drive very, very aggressively. And this, I think, aggressive stance that Fat is going to take is going to give the opportunity for GKev to capitalize on any mistakes he might make.
That should be its own competition.
Black currently in 4th place. Has had a few wipeouts this game, and still in a fairly decent post position going into lap number 18.
Oh my god. That's hilarious.
We worked for Fat.
Fat taking the far outside right of the first turn here and hugging the left to continue his acceleration. Doesn't appear to be making any distance on 3rd place GKev. See where Vendetti's at. Vendetti has Black in his sights. There is a fair gap between the two.
Oh my god, come the fuck on.
Oh,
What's happening with you?
appears that Black had a slight spin out. So Black had a little bump on the side there, getting passed by Vendetti.
Everything's the wall.
On your right, move.
And Vendetti was able to pass Black and capitalize on that slight mistake. Black is definitely staying close. So is Black going to be able to pull back here from 4th, or from 5th and get back into 4th place position? He looks like he's trying to be aggressive here on the chasm turn going into the tunnel.
I tried the mini, but I kept
So Fat
on, like,
appears to be making some moves and is able to close the gap slightly over first place D. Ricky. Is he going to be able to close this rather large gap in only two additional laps?
Yeah, so like it's too stiff.
He's going to have to drive much more aggressively as today. Vendatti is definitely spread out, falling back a fair amount from Fat as he finishes the festival turn going into the stats plats and approaching the slaloms. Appears we have a little bit of a fight for 6th and 7th position as well, as Toucan Sam is making a move on Pono. Starting to close that gap and bunch up near. And again, they only have 2 laps left, so they're going to have to drive very, very aggressive. They actually want to better their post position, which again provides a lot of risk. It appears Fat is making some serious distance up on our front runner, D. Ricky. He's closed that gap quite considerably in the last lap. And we're currently on lap 19, so we only got 2 laps left to really make a difference here. Is Fat going to be able to close the gap even further? If he's able to close the gap by 1/2 on this next lap, I think he might have a chance of being able to take first place. We'll have to keep an eye on him for sure.
Okay.
So we have a fight for 1st and 2nd, a fight for 3rd, 4th, and 5th. They've bunched up 6th, 7th, and 8th, so 6th and 7th. So we do have a bunch of exciting events that should happen.
You didn't get that payment?
So let's take a look at Vendatti. Vendatti is doing quite well here as he goes down the Black Run. Black Death reclaimed his 4th place position. I think he's trying to go for 3rd. He's trying to be a lot more aggressive as they approach the lake turn. This is a uphill left camber turn. And GKev in hot pursuit as well, so that's going to be an exciting 3rd, 4th, and 5th place battle as we approach the last lap. And it appears D. Ricky up in front has stretched out his lead a little bit over Fat as they go into the straightaways of the stats plats and the slaloms. Gives Fat a chance to do some damage here. Fat does have better acceleration with a 6.6 top speed compared to D. Ricky's 5.8 top speed, so if he's able to do these turns clean, he could potentially make up some time based on his higher top speed. better acceleration. So Fat is making a
Pushing it up there close to that
more of an aggressive play here on the second last turn as they approach the starting line, going into that very tight turn number 1. Oh, Fat taking a wider start to that turn.
Got one lap.
I think he's a little bit aggressive on the brake,
I'll see you back there.
which allows
Oh yeah, I'm catching
D.
right
Ricky
back
to
up. Every lap, 200
I told
extra
you
feet.
you would.
to increase that gap.
A few more laps.
Yeah.
And then lap time.
Oh, we see Black is attacking Vendetta, so there definitely is a battle for third, fourth, and fifth. A battle for first and second. We have a battle for sixth and seventh. It should be an
You guys
exciting
still in the
finish.
race?
Going into the last lap.
My God, it's the longest race of my life.
D. Ricky approaching the Black Run turn.
Like zone out on it. It's just like I'm like.
The ADHD meds have worn
As he approaches
off.
the chasm, going into the tunnel. Is T. Nitty going to provide some exciting ending to this as well as he gets lapped?
Spectate specifically.
It's almost over, but
Fat's going to have to be much more aggressive in order to be able to catch up. I think there's just too much of a commanding lead. So unless D. Ricky makes some sort of mistake, or T. Nitty becomes a problem in this equation, I think we're going to see D. Ricky take this quite easily.
on your left, Vin.
I just hit him, Vin.
Don't let Ricky pass. Don't let Ricky pass. Oh shit!
As he approaches T-Nitty, he has to be very careful here. T-Nitty provides... There's no threat for post position, but if he ends up accidentally bumping D. Ricky, he can completely screw up his plans. D. Ricky's been leading 95% of the race so far, so it'd be absolutely devastating if this is the cause of the issue. You can tell he's being a lot more careful, though. This is giving Fat a little bit of opportunity to actually catch up. Let's take a look at Fat here.
So close, though.
D. Ricky's going to take first place, followed by Fat in second. Let's see what we got here in third, fourth, and fifth place as they approach the flag here. So this is going to be Vendatti in third, Black in fourth, G-Kev in fifth.
So close.
Let's take a look at Pano, see if he's going to make a...
Another lap, you would have had me.
Black and
So we got Pono in sixth, 2Cam Sam in seventh.
Because that was my thing too. I was like, I just don't know where to pass. Because like you can catch up to certain spots, and you're like, I can almost pass here.
Leo
but they're
Codal
gonna
in
turn,
eighth.
and then I'm gonna run into the side of it. You know?
Right.
Fat, usually the best place to pass is when my baby starts crying. I let you go.
Laddie in ninth.
Yeah, I know. I didn't wait for that. I passed you right before, and now I tried too hard.
Noble and Anita were battling it at one
was some
point, but
awesome racing, though.
Knowles has a commanding lead over Anita.
For you to be able to go
So,
put a pacifier in the mouth.
except for some mistake,
Yeah.
they're going to see
Get third place.
Noble in 10th, Anita in 11th,
Then I just have her staring at me.
Me, Fat, and Vin had
Tinity in
a
12th.
race for a little bit. and
Yeah,
then
we
ended
let
up
Black catch
messing
up to
up.
us.
Yeah, it was awful.
Alright,
Noble
let me
gets
know when
10th
you guys are
place.
Doing whatever you're doing after.
Anita in 11th.
You
Oh yeah,
guys
we'll
were
do it right
fast-
after.
You guys were faster than me, but you couldn't pass me because
Uh-huh.
I just kept. I wouldn't let you have the inside.
But you know, we were faster in different places because I know that Vin was faster than me in the straights, and you were way faster than us, like in those super tight turns.
You guys were faster.
Let's go to the drivers now for some commentary.
I was losing
Yeah,
position to you guys.
I think it was because you were going so fast down that hill, honestly, and I was braking later than you, or I mean earlier than you, and
I
you
broke
were still
2
going,
minutes.
and I think that's where he lost a little bit.
So let's
like
go to our
right-
first place driver, D. Ricky. How do you feel?
That's right, D. Ricky. He's gonna fall back into place soon enough.
D.
Yeah,
Ricky
he's-
absolutely speechless.
He's gonna start at the back like the rest of us.
Right. Well, he started what? He started 8.
That's true. Actually, you know what? G-Cab was up
Oh,
there in
that-
the front before I got up there, and I was like,
Well, that wreck on the.
Oh yeah,
the first
that
corner.
thing has really good acceleration out of a stop.
yeah, I saw that. You
That's-
just jetted.
See, D. Ricky, Noble in victory.
That's why when I hit that wall, all of a sudden I just rocketed in front of you guys at one time.
That was so weird. I was like, how did you hit the wall and then fly past us? Like I was like, oh, we got past GCAP, sweet deal, and then you were like, wow, like poop on you guys.
Well, I was fully expecting to be passed, and then all of a sudden I started gaining on Vin, and I was like, okay, I'll pass him.
No, you flew in ahead of us, and then we're just like stagnant again. It was ridiculous.
Fat, Ben, me, Kev, Bono, Sam, Gold, Lad, Noble, Anita, Nitty, Ed, Cow, Moof, Sneaky.
I'm in if you're looking for people.
No, I'm going through the results.
Okay.
And Euphoria get 1 point because people who are in the race and get disconnected, I just give them the 1 point instead of a 0 for not showing up.
That's a good race.
Oh yeah.
That was one of the best races.
Yeah, it was actually really exciting to watch. There's a lot of really good battles. The first, second, and third place there. You know, even the battle you and Noble were having, Anita, it was a lot of fun. In 10th and 11th, right?
Let's see, through the 5th.
You know, a couple devastating spinouts, which caused some problems.
Who's that? Just went by me.
Oh, those are our drivatars. Actually, at this point, we're not driving anymore.
Wow. I didn't think you were. Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta
I
watch
feel
out for
so
them.
alone.
They do not
They're
care about you at all.
And that concludes the racing series for this week. Thank you very much for tuning in.
Series.
You know, please
I gotta
follow if you'd like
take
to
off for
see
just a
more.
minute, put my kids to bed and I'll be right back.
This is a weekly occurrence from the Over30 Clan. www.over30clan.com. You can see us on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter. Have a great night. Thanks again.
Catching up in the points. I only got 5 on you.
I'm just, if I would have finished anywhere in the top 5, it would have been happy.